Oh, right. Duh. Need to actually start that up. And I'll put synthwave on. There we go. Oh, wow. We are already in it. That is so much faster than doing killer cues. Like, gosh. Okay. Yeah, right now killer cues are basically impossible. So just don't play killer right now. Just don't. It's not worth it. It's barely worth it when the queue is normal. I feel dumb for prestiging Nurse when I should have done Arella, but I had too much blood points, which means I needed to tone it down. Okay, guys, we could. Why are we leaving? Please, dear Lord. Okay, we just need 2 more people to ready up. Michaela and Tori. I love Tori. I might end up playing more as her because I have cosmetics for her and I don't have any for Arella. I think Arella is how you pronounce that. I'm not actually quite sure. Welcome! Welcome, Gesupina. I was wondering why I only saw your message on the preview and not in stream chat, and it's because there was a fucking Crunchyroll ad blocking the stream chat. Thank you. Thank you, Crunchyroll. Are you ever going to deliver my Nendoroids that I ordered, like, hell, over a year now? I want my Part 6 Jotaro. I really do. I seriously wonder what the hell is wrong with that company. Like, it just doesn't function. Why have I been left all alone? There's no Ghostface. Oh, well, they ran into the killer instead. That's fine. Okay. It is a Ghostface, though. Well, that's good. Ghostface and Legion. Not only is Ghostface the literal worst character in 2v8 right now, Ghostface and Legion is actually the literal worst combination in 2v8. Fun fact. Meanwhile, Legion, is, Legion is the second best character overall, which is pretty incredible. It's because Oni and Legion are just, like, an actually amazing combo in this. Can't even buy subs for this channel. Soggy Flat. What does Soggy Flat mean? I don't know what that means. No idea, I'm making shit up. That's fair. We've all been there. I would love the ability for people to buy subs and support me and give me money, because right now I'm very much looking into apartments for me and my partner Natalie. And I would love to not have to do a studio apartment, so we're just cramped into one room and it makes recording a lot more difficult. I would prefer having like a much larger apartment, frankly, by like having like 2 bedrooms, and that's what I mean by larger. Because, like, I don't need much. I would just, you know... I would like the ability to, I would like the ability to have a safe place for my partner to live. I think Twitch gives you, like, $2 from every sub. That's not even that bad. Like, straight up. I mean, think about, like, the logic behind that of, like, if you have 1,000 subs, that's $2,000. Like, that's not bad. Heck, like, 100 people subscribing, that's $200. Like, that would be incredible. I also think it changes from, like, the tiers of subscriptions. That's the other thing. Gotta account for taxes? Yeah, but... you know, law of averages and all that. Like, yeah, it's probably not, like, perfect, and it's definitely not, like, 1-to-1 ratios. However... consider that, money is money regardless, and money is good. In fact, I'd argue money is the entire reason, that society, like, kind of exists in the form that it does, for better and for worse. Mostly for worse. We definitely have enough resources to support everyone on Earth. I don't know. Ow. Oh well. You cannot be serious. We are doing so well. Why are you a bot? Am I going to get picked up at any point? Thank you. Capitalism did do a number on the everything. Yes it did, and it is very upsetting. We are not a fan of capitalism. However, I would like money because that does make life easier. Yeah, I just want a nice place for me and my partner to be able to stay. Not something big, nothing extravagant. I just, you know, I desire things for my family. And she is family, so. Because I'm literally freaking married to her. Did they literally just port over botany? This might not heal me all the way. It's a good reason to have. Yeah. Like, I want to support the people I care about. Is this Legion not going for chain hits? That's bizarre. Oh, hi. I can't believe I just accomplished an FOV tech in the year of our Lord 2025. I can't have you dying on me. That is so stupid. I should have been able to pull her off. Ah, well. Oh, hey, I just realized that we have a Renato and a Dwight who haven't been hooked yet, who have not, who could have been going for that and not me. Oh, well. Oh, cool. Hey, just because it's not something you normally like doesn't mean that you can't like that specific thing. There's a bunch of things that I don't typically like that I occasionally have a few, like a few exceptions to liking. Okay. I think this Legion is very new. Of course, I found the JoJo reference. Everything's a JoJo reference. Existence as a whole is a JoJo reference. Okay, I need the Dwight and the Renato to lock in and go for the unhook. Literally can find a stone mask? Hell yeah. Well, it makes sense, because vampires, too. Damn it. Damn it, I did not do that nearly correctly. Heal me. That is such an overpowered ability, and I wish that it was in the game normally. Or anything, I just don't like Metroid specifically. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of Metroid either. Renato, I'm gonna need you to write me a 10-page detailed report on why the fuck you think leading a killer to your friend working on a generator is a good idea. We all know the NES Metroid is a terrible experience in the modern day, but I don't like Super Metroid either. I was not a fan of Metroid Dread. Okay, I think our Renato may actually just not be playing the game. Because what the fuck? I have not seen this man do anything other than lead a legion to me. Man has had 0 hook stages, and also, like, 0 effort. Homunculus is controlling the game. Yeah. Happens to the best of us. I am so close to getting the one item I want in this pass. TV. Like, this whole Singularity outfit is kinda cool. I really just want the monitor head, though. Like, I think the circuit board weapon is cool. The body is fine. And apparently this is actually eventually going to get updated to be the happy face that it's supposed to be. I think it helps that the game subtly gives you direction, unlike Metroid games. Yeah, that probably helps. Knowing what's happening is important, I'd say.
What have I done to deserve such a fate?
That was one of my biggest pet peeves with Metroid Dread is, like, I had no idea if where I was going was anywhere, like, that was relevant. I had no idea if I should have been there at all. And I was just, like, I was not having fun with it. Like, straight up. Like, I felt like I was lost, and then getting into a boss fight that required just, like, it was just, like, a pattern that you had to get used to over and over again. I was just like, this is not fun. very subtle too, but basically does not want you to be in an area anymore. You will outlevel the enemies, and the backtracking new abilities, warp points on the map isn't that big to begin with. That's good. 1 hour ago post from one of the Fortnite accounts. Apparently the the studio behind Poppy Playtime says they have upcoming appearances in Minecraft and Fortnite, so that's cool. It would be, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be one of, the stupid creative maps. But I would really like to actually see Poppy Playtime as skins in the game before FNAF because it was funny. Hi, zombie. Yikes. Got actually jump scared by a zombie. That's incredible. Give Huggy Wuggy a fucking gun. Yes, exactly. That's silly killy. Oni? Oni Nemesis. That's a fun pairing. Damn. Oh, hi. Great, both killers are on me. I have found my biggest fans. Well. Put Alucard in Fortnite, he's owned by Konami, so until they add a Pachinko mode, it isn't happening. Alucard is in this game. They have Dracula, Trevor Belmont, and Alucard. Probably had to beg Konami for them. No, Konami is one of the one of the devs that, Behavior has the literal, most, good, relationships with, straight up. They got Silent Hill, and they have so many Silent Hill things. They have Pyramid Head, they have Cheryl Mason, they have James Sunderland, they have Maria, they have everyone. On one hand, it's surprising, but on the other hand, it's not surprising because Konami loves money. And they're like, oh, just us giving you our license to, use stuff, you get, we get money? Hell yeah. We don't have to put any effort. We just have to approve things. Done. Send it. Konami will do anything with their characters except make a new game with them. True. But yeah, they have, Silent Hill, they have Castlevania. They have pretty damn good relationships with Konami. What are other Konami franchises that we could put in this game? Metal Gear we could theoretically put in. Metal Gear has been on their list a couple times as things. Psycho Mantis Killer. I don't know enough about Psycho Mantis specifically to know how to devise a power that would make sense. Actually, it would be really funny now that I think about it. Psycho Mantis Killer, their only power is the fact they know exactly what all the survivor perks are. So they just know what they have, and otherwise they are a completely basic killer. Either the best or the worst killer in the game. No in between. Telekinesis? Nah. That's less funny. I think one of the characters they specifically have called out in their surveys before is Senator Armstrong. You can do both, just have his attacks be telekinesis themed. Yeah. That's one of my favorite details on Vecna from D&D. In this game is the fact he uses a dagger to attack, but he's constantly telekinetically holding it, like, the whole time. Like, yeah, technically you're using a dagger to attack, but you're also, what's it called? You are also using telekinesis. Sorry, I'd not be able to take the game seriously if fucking Senator Armstrong was running around as a killer. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Nemesis kinda falls into that category for me of being, like, incredibly silly. To the point of just being kind of ridiculous, especially with his walk cycle in this game. And it's less to do with this game, but also, like, of course, I'd want, like, a Mr. X skin for Nemesis, but Mr. X is objectively just hilarious because of how the programming for the AI is. Like, yes, he can be terrifying, but also be incredibly, like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Hi, Oni. Oh god, he sees me. Like, hold on. Look at this run cycle as he comes at me. It's just too fucking funny. Nemesis is silly, but at the same time, he is at least a horror character. Senator Armstrong is a character who, within 15 minutes of screen time, managed to make everything he said so memeable he revived a game from 2013. Yes. I wouldn't describe that as a bad thing, though. It isn't in most contexts, yeah. Hi. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Meg, don't be toxic.
They were supposed to be a disciple, not a sacrifice.
Well, I don't have any more 2v8 things to accomplish, which is a shame. I would love to get those done. Rift Pass. Reveal survivor auras from 800 seconds. Vault 4 times in chase. Okay, that's one thing I haven't done. Unfortunately, you just can't play killer right now. It's impossible. Add a Peace Walkers, because those are definitely unnerving, because how the hell do you add a robot at the minimum the size of a tank to the game? I feel like that's a large problem for them in general, is how the game needs to be, like, specifically designed around certain heights and widths. It's something they've talked about before in the past, of, like, they wanted to do, like, survivors that have more disabilities, like being in a wheelchair and such, but then they realized, oh shit, we literally cannot do that because of how we've created the game. We fucked up. And yet, for some reason, they still have not added, like, prosthetic legs or anything in yet, so, bizarre. I think you can, if you could scale it down, you would have to redesign literally every map. Beyond that, like, how do you vault as a survivor? Like, I don't think that that's something they could easily do. I think, like, doing more prosthetics and stuff would be a good idea. Rocket wheelchair. Isn't that a thing in Happy Wheels? I think, yeah. Pretty sure. In my brain, I just had the thought of, oh man, they could do, like, a thing of, like, the entity's realm repairing, like, their legs, but at the same time, that's, like, characters in wheelchairs get replaced, like, by having prosthetic legs. And then I realized that's pretty much what they just do to John Locke in Lost. And now I'm wondering why they haven't done a Lost chapter yet. The fucking smoke monster and John Locke. That would be incredible. Not to defend Lost on main, but God, I want to watch Lost again. You have to be fucking kidding me. Feng. Oh my god, she's a little... Fucking move! Please get the Feng out of the way. Get the Feng! She is blocking the hook. What a fucking mess that just was. Complete and utter fucking mess. Okay, that was admittedly very funny. Ah, there we are. Is that in Sundowner from Rising? He loves murder? I don't know enough about Rising in general to even recall. You need to go for that. I need to go for these. Oh, I really hope... Well, I went for the right one at least. Pretty sure the game doesn't tell you a whole lot about the bosses either. Yeah, probably not. Oh. Hi, Slinger. Hi, I didn't mean to be here. There is no way that hit me, right? That's cap. He bad, he do murder with anime ninja moves. Isn't that most of Rising? Oh, wow. The team is currently 2 people. And 1 person who's downed. Okay, fucking hell! Well... Wait, should I just be looking for Hatch at this point? Oh my god, there are so many downed pallets on this side of the map. Does Hatch spawn? I really don't know. Of course, it was the one person who was still at 1 hook stage left. Ooh. I got very lucky. They are both on me. That sucks. Christ, they were out for my blood at the end. It's ridiculous.
This is bad.
Well, I'm getting pretty dang close to that. Connection with host cannot be established. Please try again. My favorite thing about H3 is that because her base model is part of the torso, including her head, the bloody hair just looks like red hair. Literally my favorite part about this. I'm not even joking. But H3 has some cool stuff. I wish she wasn't technically a licensed character, so she could get more cosmetics and I could buy them with iridescent shards instead of money. What do I want to see in the game? I wanted to see more FNAF stuff, but it genuinely looks like all we're going to get is Springtrap, which kinda sucks. So who knows? I've put my statement in that I think that you could very, very easily, at least it wasn't the Mimic, this is true. They could very easily put, like, Death Gun from SAO into this game. They could very easily put Himiko Toga in from My Hero. They're not, like, the most fitting characters overall, though. But I have a lot of actual gameplay, like, design stuff written down for them. But, and frankly, though to be fair, most of what I wanted to do with Toga has now been done with Kaneki. So, I don't know. I think Death Gun still would be pretty cool. We always need more ranged killers, is my opinion on the matter. Though he could probably just be a skin for Deathslinger. A functional game might be dreaming too big. This is true. This game is held together by hopes and dreams, and that's basically it. I just realized you have not been able to see the gen counter this entire time. Oh well. Ghostface and Wraith. Hi. Damn. His DPI is better than I thought it was. Shit. Really? I couldn't reveal him from that angle. That's fucking awesome. I love Ghostface. They are so well... Once again, functional game design. I'm staring at this man straight to his face to get rid of his stealth aspect, and it instantly just counteracts everything I did. How the fuck did you catch up so fast? Even after literal years of fixing the reveal mechanic and the mark mechanic for Ghostface, it is still barely functional. Don't repair this side of the generator against Wraith. Anytime that you are in a corner position like this, you can be body blocked into place with Wraith. So you kind of have to be very careful with it. You two heal. I'm going to finish this. We kind of need it. We're literally only... Oh, I was gonna say we're only at 5 gens and we have hooks, and now I realize that I'm the only person who has been hooked. Okay. I would say add some SCP, but them being Creative Commons, it gets complicated. Yes, unfortunately, because of how their licensing works, they cannot do SCP because it is Creative Commons. Unfortunately, it is one of those it's technically not a license. They could come up with their own take on it, I suppose, but it wouldn't be SCP, and there's way too much, like... That is so much of a legal gray area that for them to do it, it would be way too much effort, and probably would not be able to be done properly. One of the very popular, Dead by Daylight, like, theoretical concept, channels that is, like, super popular, made, like, the first, like, take on Nemesis, on Springtrap. Like, they've added characters that later got added into the game, and doing an old, like, using an old leaked build of the dev build to, like, actually make the characters real in-game, and to, like, show off. But yeah, legally, that is a gray area that they will not be able to touch. You'd be able to sell a DLC, people would also legally be allowed to pirate it. I think what it is it would have to be free, which is part of the same reason we don't have more Left 4 Dead content, which is if they made frequent free content updates instead of paying for it, it does seriously impact their bottom line. But yeah, that one channel, they at one point made like an entire SCP chapter, and then they scrapped the video before it released because the behavior couldn't actually use it. Like, their entire thing is trying to make things that behavior could theoretically do. Fun fact about that, at the same time that, it's actually kind of like, I have a light conspiracy theory about this, that channel created a perk in their FNAF, like, theoretical FNAF chapter with Michael Afton. And I forget what they called it, but later on, that exact perk, like, concept was used for Made for This. A perk, that came with Gabriel Soma and the Singularity. And that's very interesting because at the same time that that chapter was released, as in Singularity and what's it called? Singularity and Gabriel Soma. At the same exact time is when the FNAF license was finalized for Dead by Daylight. And what's interesting is we now know that they don't have survivors in that chapter. So part of me wonders if they intentionally put that perk in when that deal was finalized because they knew that they wouldn't be getting survivors. As, like, that was, like, their little reference to the community. And they've done that before. Like, Dead by Daylight loves doing little teases of future DLC. Like, one of my favorite things is, prior to the announcement of Springtrap's reveal, this was one of the cosmetics that was released for the night. Literally, the Battle Pass cosmetic that was released for night right before they revealed Springtrap. There is a yellow rabbit on the back of its cape. They love doing stuff like this. They did it for Chucky, like, right before Chucky was revealed. They had the Unwanted Toy Dredge. It's literally called Unwanted Toy. And it's a bunch of toys, which is, you know, that is where, like, Chucky comes from. And then, I'm trying to remember the other ones. Putting the FNAF detective skills to work. Maybe. I'm trying to remember, yes, for when Pinhead was being revealed, initially, they put, on the clown's map, there is, like, a dartboard, and on the dartboard, they replaced some of the darts with pins instead of darts. So, yeah, they love doing stuff like that. It's kind of funny and ridiculous. Steelwool is not being nearly cryptic enough for their games. The fans need enrichment. Real. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Lots of love. Take care. And, see you later. Oh, also, yeah, just another, thing for how much Konami loves Dead by Daylight. They've done 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different takes on Pyramid Head that they just, like, Konami just let them do. All original behavior designs. It's great.